So I've gotten a few requests to do a flip through of this pink Greenroom journal. And I got this at Target like 2 years ago. And I finished this in 2016, right before 2017 started. So I finished it in December of 2016. And this is like my favorite journal I've ever completed because I really like the things that I put in it and what I wrote. There's a lot of writing in it though, because at the time, this is when I first started pasting things in and doodling and stuff. So there's mostly writing, and then there are a lot of pages that have decoration on it, but it's mostly writing. So there's a lot covered up. So I apologize for any sticky notes or like all of these paper clips are holding together all the pages that are just writing. So yeah, I don't want to share that, but I am gonna flip through it. Yeah, so this is my third journal, and yeah, I started it June and ended it in December. One of the first things I did was write lyrics to My Shot by Lin-Manuel Miranda from Hamilton. So did it in marker for some reason. I like writing in marker. I don't know why. Here's where I decided I wanted to be artsy. And I realized I spelled artsy wrong. But like I never realized it until like way after I wrote it. But basically Whitney from Witty Novels, she inspired me because I started watching journal flip-throughs, and she was the first journal flip-through I ever watched, so she's what inspired me to do stuff. So this is the first artsy thing that I did. I just found a pretty background and I had a fortune cookie and I put what the fortune was. And here are some ideas of what I could write about, and I did a few, but that was it. I didn't even write about the rest. And this was a prompt. It has a letter to myself. And I decided to wait for this date so that I can open it on my birthday. So that was my 17th birthday that I was going to open it on. I do this a lot. I'll draw something and then I will comment on my drawing. So I was like, I don't know why I drew this. And it's true. I don't know why I did this. This is terrible. It looks like I was like 2 years old when I did it. So this is funny. These two pages are just covered by duct tape that my cousin gave me, like let me use for the journal. But she told me that this one was the dry erase washi, and so I used the dry erase marker. Couldn't erase it. So yeah, I tried to erase it, and it said summer is here, and I was gonna like erase it and like write something else, but it didn't work. So this page I love because like I love this little thing I found on Pinterest, and then I wrote the lyrics to Moonlight by Ariana Grande, and I love that song. And then here I was writing about how I wanted to make a bullet journal and how obsessed I was with journaling, but I never made a bullet journal until like more recently, till this year. Like I had this little notebook that I was using as like a practice bullet journal thing that I would do like spreads to see if I liked it, but I didn't stick with that. But I did buy a bullet journal, and now I have one. So I might do a flip through my bullet journal too. I don't know. We got some fudge, and I put that in here. I love the texture of brown bags. I don't know why. Yeah, here was the 4th of July, and I did lyrics to Hamilton. Oh great. Here we went and got ice cream, and we went to see a lighthouse. There's a prompt. Here I bought some new pens, and like these are things that we had to buy. Yeah, so like hair dye and some sneakers. I forgot who needed sneakers. We needed to plant something, so we needed to buy like a flower pot and some soil, stickers, water, whatever, all that stuff. And then I wrote how I wanted to figure out how to make my handwriting better, because for some reason like it just was really bad. And in my current journal, my current journal is the same exact journal as this, but in black, which is it's right here. And my handwriting looks terrible in it. So, but the more like the farther in I would get, the better my handwriting got. Yeah, here's just like a quote. I wanted to write more, so then I did some more journaling prompts. Left so much room for more prompts, and I never wrote anything, but whatever. Here are just some doodles, and then I did this page, and I really like how that came out. I want to do something like that again. Here I did it, I went on a trip to Washington, D.C., and I did a little collage, and I wrote about it, and I really like how this page looks. Here are some little doodles that I found. Everything basically in my journal is like Pinterest, and anything that I draw, I have to look at something to draw, so nothing that I draw in here is original. Most likely it's not original. So yeah, this was a quote from the selection. Here I was painting. I was trying to see if watercolor worked in here, but it really bled through a lot. Like, this journal sucks with watercolor. My Moleskine was much better with watercolor in here. And I don't know why. These pages are nice. Like, they're very thick. Like, they're much thicker than the Moleskine pages, yet they bleed through like crazy. Like, you can't even use a highlighter without it going through. Like, you can see this behind it. That's just a highlighter. Like, and so I do this a lot too. This is where this thing started that I do, where I write one word on a page. It's either like slanted or just like regular or horizontal, or vertical. Like, it doesn't matter. I'll write a word and I just decorate around it, or I'll just leave the word there. Like, I did this in nail polish. This I saw in someone else's journal. I forgot who, but I saw a flip through and I saw them do this and I really liked it. So I kind of like did some quotes and did the sticky note. I ripped up sticky notes and glued them in the back, and I really like how it came out. And yeah, most of these things that I did are inspiration from other people or from Pinterest. This was the first day of fall and my cousin's birthday. And so I glued some fake leaves on here, which they're not, like, I have to like glue them again because they're gonna fall off. Here I wrote something on like a small piece of paper, and then I ripped it out and taped it in my journal. And then in this envelope I have like, I wrote a little thing just to have like an interactive journal entry, but nothing that I wrote in here is relevant anymore because this is all things that I want to happen or things that I want, and yeah, it's just not relevant anymore. But still, at the time it was relevant, so that's why I keep it, because I wanted to know what I wanted at the time. Yeah, so here I started doing like monthly pages, which I do on and off. I don't consistently do a monthly page. Yeah, there's a lot of writing. So here, this was an article that I found about two twins in the womb, and I really thought it was interesting. And here's just a quote. Here are more Hamilton lyrics. I was really obsessed with Hamilton at the time. So yeah, I wanted to learn every song. I did more watercolor. I don't know who I was missing at the time, but I think I just wanted to write something random on the background. Or I think I was gonna write a whole entry, but then I just wrote like words, and I miss you, I guess, was what came to mind. So yeah. These are quotes from The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer, because I enjoyed that book a lot, so I wrote quotes. And then here I found these quotes and this thing from someone else too. I can't remember. I feel so bad. I cannot remember who did this that I copied. These quotes were like literally, it's exactly the same, except this, they didn't do this. I hated how this came out, and I wrote that. I don't really like how the previous page came out. I hated this, because like this looks terrible. Like, I don't know what I was thinking of doing, like vines or whatever that is behind it. Here's another little quote. And then I was doing this again, the November page. The monthly page, I mean. So I did it for November, and there's just like a lot of writing, and there are a few things in here, but I don't want to share that. Yeah, so here's some writing, and I drew some leaves, some fall leaves in the background. There's just a lot of writing in here. And then there's December, which I love how this page came out, because I like to painted some little Christmassy things, and I have some stickers. Here's some wrapping paper, because my cousin got me this little, it's a little hashtag sign that lights up, and it was just an inside joke that we had. So I taped in the wrapping paper that she wrapped the thing in. And then it was my birthday, and I turned 17. So Yeah, now I'm 18, but yeah, that was a good birthday. And then this was Christmas, and I got a Polaroid zip printer, and I wanted it for my journal, so that's just me and my sister. I took the picture and I printed it out, and I think it's so cute. I love my little printer. Oh, see, this tape is from like the dollar store, and it doesn't stick very well onto this page. So there's nothing is supposed to be under it. It's supposed to just be taped to the page, but it just keeps coming off the page. So yeah, here we went to Florida. We went to Universal and SeaWorld. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this journal. I'm sorry that there's like a lot of writing in here that I couldn't share, but yeah, this was really fun to work in. It's kind of falling apart. Like it's coming off of the book, off of the cover. That is a concern that I have for my current journal, if it's going to fall apart, because none of those journals that I have over here, which are the ones I used in 2017, none of those have fallen apart as easily as this one. But I really liked it so much that I wanted to get the same thing, but I got the black one. So yeah. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in another video.